In this lecture, we are going to learn about the practical aspects of next generation sequencing. So, when you are going to analyze the data, so first of all, you need the data that you want to analyze, and that is known as the input file. Next, you need the reference genome from which you want to compare your sequences. For example, if you have the human genome data, then you need the human reference genome. Similarly, you need the annotation file. Annotation file is a file that will tell you what is the function of that particular gene. So, either it can be in the GFF format in NCBI or in the GTF format in UCSC. So first of all, we will see how we can see the how we can download the input file. For example, you can download the sequences like from the ENA database. You can directly go to the search region. You can type the sequence. For example, if I am typing here this sequence, then it will show me the results, and I can directly go here, select it here, and I can download the file. So it will download my file in the FASTQ format, which is the GGZ. So we will unzip it in the Linux platform. But when you will download, you will get the FASTQ sequence. So this is the sequence. This is the input sequence. If you want to do some analysis, for the practice, you can download it. Next, you can also download the input file from the SRA database. But for that, you may need to have a you can type the same sequence which we have typed here. You can go here. You can go to data access and you can download the file from in this version. If you want to download the file in the FASTQ format, you need to have an SRA toolkit account that you may need to create it. Okay, so if you will go here, SRA toolkit, you can create your account here. They will tell you how to install it, what is the configuration guide, and just follow that and you can do that. But the easier method is to do just by using the ENA browser. Here you can see, you can simply go to the search section, type the sequence and just run it. So this is your input file if you want to have a demo or want to do some practice. Then next is the you need the reference genome. And for the reference genome, you can go to UCSC browser. And UCSC browser, you can download the genome data. Go to genome data. Then go to the, let's say, human beings. Then you can go to here. And you can go to here, this sequence. And then you can simply download the sequence from HR38. FAZ. Okay, so you can see here is a 938M. So you can download it. This is your reference genome. Now, the same thing, you need the annotation file as well. For that, you can go to the table browser and you can select the format to GTF, select the organism, whatever you will, let's say human, and then you can just get the output. So you can download it here as well. Okay, so this is how you can get it. You can get it in the plain text or in the GIF format, that's up to you. So this is how you can, so right now you got the annotation file as well as the reference genome. Now if you want to download the reference genome from the NCBI site, okay, so you can go to NCBI, and you can go to NCBI FTP sites here. Then you can go to genomes, you can go to archive, you can go to old reference sequence, then you can go to Homo sapiens, again go to archive, and then annotation file you can download it from here, and the reference genome you can download it from here, and then you can, if you will click here, you will get the reference sequence. And if you want the annotation file, because it is in the GFF format, you can go here and you can download the sequences, GFF format. So in the GFF you can download the sequences, okay. So you can download scaffolds, this one, reference genome. So that is how you will get in the GFF format. But I would suggest you to go to the UCSC. So what I can suggest you can use either the ENA database for the input file. For the reference genome, you can use the UCSC site. For this you need to go to genome, and then you can select the human sequence and you can download the reference genome. Then regarding the annotation file, you can go to the UCSC tool browser, okay. So these things you need to remember. The three things you need: one is the sequence that you want to analyze, that you can either get it from the client itself or from the sequencer itself, or you can download it from the ENA database. The reference genome, you can download it from the UCSC browser, and the annotation file also you can download it from the UCSC tool. You can repeat this video and you can see how we can do this. And as well as you can do the download the reference genome from the NCBI as well as the annotation file also in the NCBI, from the NCBI FTP site, okay. But I would recommend using this. Next, before proceeding further, we need to download certain softwares, and this is the command for downloading the software: sudo apt-get install, and then you can write the name of the software, which could be like FastQC, CutAdapt, or FastQC, SAMtools you can download, Bowtie you can download. So you need to just write the name of the software in your Linux platform and you can download it. Similarly, for the CutAdapt, if you will go here for the CutAdapt, you can download the CutAdapt from here. And then you can download the file, and then you can select whatever the file you want to download, okay. Based on your version and the file type, you can select it, okay. So that is how you can download the CutAdapt. Once you download these files, you need to provide permission so that your computer can read these files. So these are the certain commands and that we are going to discuss when I am going to use the Linux platform. But as for now, you can just remember it, and we will use it in the next few lectures. So this is how we are going to proceed from here. Thank you. much, and in next lecture we will learn about how to analyze these samples and some common commands on the Linux platform. If you are liking my videos, I would request you to subscribe my channel, and if you think the channel or the content is not good enough, please write in the comment section so that I can improve my channel, and your help in this regard will be highly appreciated. And thank you very much.